today I'll be getting ready and doing this look using my favorite products from Sephora. These are the products I reach for the most. I'm super excited to be partnering with Sephora on this video. And if you didn't already know, Sephora's savings event for Beauty Insider members is happening now until April 15th. So it's the perfect time to stock up on all your favorites and maybe experiment and try some new products. And I love that you can use the code multiple times during the Sephora savings event, in store or online. And if you've yet to become a Beauty Insider member, it's super easy to sign up and there's tons of perks, including a free birthday gift every year. So I'll leave all the details below. Starting with freshly cleansed skin, I'm going to apply the Used to the People Superfood Skin Drip Smooth and Glow Serum. I love applying this on damp skin right after I finish cleansing it, and it just leaves the nicest layer of hydration that doesn't feel sticky or heavy. My skin type is combination, leaning more dry in the winter, more oily in the spring and summer. I also use a prescription retinoid, so my skin can get a little bit dry from time to time. Some hydrating serums that are supposed to make your skin look really plump can feel a bit much on my skin because I tend to get oily throughout the day. This one just sinks right in and leaves the prettiest sheen. It's not sparkly or glittery, but it's just a nice sheen. For the base, I'm a big fan of lightweight skin tints, BB creams, that sort of thing. First is the Fenty Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. I have it in the shade 2. This one is really nice if you have combination to oily skin and you like a matte look. Like the name says, it is very blurring. It has that kind of silicone-y finish. If I just want one product and I know it won't make me look oily throughout the day, it'll just even out my skin tone a little bit, I love this one. It gives really nice light coverage. You do want to make sure you prep your skin properly for this though, otherwise it can accentuate dry spots. If you have combination to oily skin, I really like this because I think a lot of skin tints are a bit better for normal to dry skin types because they're ultra hydrating, they're lightweight, and they leave like a natural finish. But once the weather starts to get a bit warmer and I know I'm gonna be a bit more oily or sweating a bit more, I love the Fenty Skin Tint. I can just rely on it to stay looking nice and fresh, matte, but not dry. And I can build up the product in thin layers and it doesn't look cakey. Now, if you are on the drier side and the sound of a matte blurring skin tint makes your skin crawl, I also love this Dr. Jart BB cream. It is thicker in texture and this also blends really well into the skin using that same method with the brush. It has a bit more coverage, so I can honestly skip concealer when I use this BB cream. The one drawback is that it doesn't have great shade options. They kind of have flexible shades where one shade will kind of cover a span of different skin tones, so you might not find an exact match. I'm lucky where this shade in Fair Light kind of works well enough for my skin, but it does lean a little bit on the cooler side. This one makes your skin look really perfected, but still super natural, like you're not wearing a lot of makeup. If you have dry spots, this one will not accentuate those. It'll just kind of smooth over them and make your skin feel really nice and comfortable. The finish is pretty natural. It's not too dewy, it's not matte. Before I continue, I'm going to put a little something on my lips because they are feeling a bit dry. This is the Pharmacy Lip Smoothie in Honey Vanilla. I'm a big lip balm person. I love trying out new lip balms, lip masks, lip oils. I've been reaching for this one the most in the mornings while I do my makeup because it's a bit lighter in texture and more emollient. It has vitamin C and peptides, which is a nice touch. And when it's time to do my lips, I find it's already kind of sunken in and it doesn't leave a heavy residue. And if you like sweet vanilla scents, this is super yummy. The next product is one that I've probably used the longest. It's the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I have it in the shade Vanilla. This is my perfect concealer shade. And I have tried so many concealers over the years, from drugstore to high-end, even more expensive than this one. And I always come back to this one. This is the one I purchase from Sephora every year if I'm running out. I like to apply it on the back of my hand, grab it with a smaller, more precise brush, and then pinpoint the coverage on areas that need it. It just lays on top of the skin so nicely. It's really undetectable. It covers my acne scars, any hyperpigmentation I have. If I have an active breakout, it does a really good job at concealing that without irritating or further causing breakouts. For larger areas where I want more coverage, I just kind of grab it on that same foundation brush and stamp on a light layer on those areas. And sometimes if I'm low for time or I'm lazy, I just don't want to do a lot of makeup that that day, I will just take this concealer and kind of feather it on areas where I want a bit of coverage, and that's it for my base makeup. And it just looks super natural. It's not very temperamental. I don't have to worry if it'll cake up or separate. Anytime I travel, that is the only concealer I bring. Okay, next, going into the brow product I always need to have in my collection. It's the Merit Brow Pomade in the shade Brown. I've repurchased this probably 3 times now, and I'm gonna stock up again during the Sephora savings event. It fills in the sparse areas in a really natural way. It helps to shape my brows and keep them in place and give them a bit of definition. This works really well for those who are just looking to add a bit of definition and a bit of fullness. It won't make your brows look perfect. I think you need a pencil for that to really go in and precisely get kind of hair-like strokes in places where you want it. This is more kind of a defining and refining your brow to make it look more polished. You already know this is going to be in my Sephora favorites. The Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Blush, specifically in the shade Hope. I think if you have fair to light skin, this shade is so nice as an everyday color. You can apply this a few ways. Lately, I've been really liking taking just a dot on my hand and rubbing my palms together. And if I want a really sheer natural look, I'll rub it pretty far into the palm of my hand so that there's just the perfect amount of blush right here. And then I'll take opposite hand to cheek and just stamp it kind of in that middle area. And you can start kind of light and then build up. I'll take my foundation brush and just blend out the edges. Really easy to build up if you want a more dramatic blush look, but for every day, this is kind of where I leave it. This comes in so many different shades. I did a whole video swatching all the shades I have and putting them on my cheeks so you can kind of see and compare. I'll link that as well if you're interested in seeing more shades. And this is a very new favorite of mine, so I'm kind of sneaking it in here for this video, but it's the Rare Beauty Powder Blush in the shade Happy, and I did a whole video reviewing this formula and applying all 6 shades on my cheeks. I think it's also really nice as a blush topper to give your blush look a bit more dimension. I think the best way to apply this is to really buff it out on the back of your hand first, so there's a very even amount of product on the brush, and then just sweep it really lightly on the area that you want it. So I'm gonna concentrate this kind of on the high point of my cheek because it is kind of shimmery and very glowy. Okay, next I'm going to curl my lashes, and this is also a product you can get at Sephora that I love. It's the Shiseido eyelash curler. For a long time, I've been hearing this particular eyelash curler is the best curler, especially for stick straight Asian lashes. And I kind of brushed it off because I was like, it's just an eyelash curler. How much better could it be compared to like a drugstore cheap eyelash curler? And in the last year, I finally got myself a Shiseido one, and I can confirm that the curl is just so much more intense, and it does last longer compared to other eyelash curlers that I've used in the past. And I find you just don't need to hold down as firmly or for as long to get a really amazing curl. And I'm someone who doesn't wear mascara on a daily basis. I maybe wear it like a couple times a year on special occasions. My eyes are very sensitive, they get irritated easily. Other curlers I've used in the past, it'll look really nice for the first like hour or 2, and then throughout the day my lashes will start to droop. This one, my lashes stay curled pretty much the entire day. Next, I'm going to set all this makeup that I've just put on. And this is a product that I think is super underrated and not a lot of people talk about, but it's really good. It's the Sephora Collection Makeup Setting Spray. It's supposed to be transfer proof and sweat and humidity resistant, so perfect as we go into the warmer months. It has a really nice mist, and I just do a light layer all over my face. Setting spray is also something that I always wondered, like, are they worth it? Do they actually do anything? And then when it came to doing makeup for my wedding, I was experimenting a lot with setting sprays, and I realized they do actually help. On my wedding day, I did use the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, and it was amazing. But I have to say, I like this one just as much, and it's a fraction of the cost. And something to note is that during the Sephora savings event, beauty insiders actually get 30% off of all Sephora Collection products, which is amazing because their products are very affordable and budget friendly to begin with. And that setting spray is gonna help to lock in your makeup and keep it looking really fresh and really vibrant all day. I really like doing a lip liner plus tinted lip balm or a lightly tinted lip gloss. These are my favorites right now. Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. It's a really nice caramelly pink shade. Feels really hydrating on the lips. It's decently pigmented and it'll give you a really nice glassy kind of look. Because the look is a bit more pinky and a bit more cool tone because of the lip liner, I'm going to use my other favorite. These are the Tower 28 Shine On Lip Jellies. My favorite lip glosses at Sephora. They come in super fun colors. They don't feel sticky at all on the lips, and they're decently pigmented and can really just elevate your entire look. I have 3 shades right now, so I'm just gonna swatch them for you. For spring and summer, I think this shade is it. This is XOXO. It doesn't feel thick or goopy or sticky, which I love. It smells really nice, kind of like a candy I can't quite place. It wears nicely and feels really moisturizing. And some days, if I'm wearing like zero makeup, I will sometimes just put on a bit of that lip gloss and instantly feel so much more alive. I think just to finish off the look a little bit, I'm gonna put on just a very light sweeping of the Happy Powder Blush on my eyelids. I have a few more products to talk about that didn't make it into the Get Ready With Me. The first one is a hair product. It's the Color Wow Dream Coat Super Natural Spray. I really like it for days where I just want that super shiny and sleek look. When it's damp after washing my hair, I spray a little bit in, and then I use my Dyson Airwrap with the brush attachment to just kind of dry my hair with tension. I can really notice a difference in how sleek and how shiny and soft my hair is when I do this step. And especially if you live somewhere humid, this would be amazing if you just want to keep your hair looking really sleek and really smooth, even in high humidity. And then I wanted to go over what I have in my cart for this Sephora savings event. So first up, there's one thing I'm repurchasing, and it's the Merit Brow Pomade, which I talked about. I am running low on my current one, so I'm just picking up a replacement. And then this First Aid Beauty Bye Bye Bumps Best of Body Kit caught my eye. I was just gonna repurchase the body scrub, the KP scrub, because I love that for my arms. But then I saw it comes in a kit with an AHA lotion and an ingrown hair pad. So I'm kind of interested to try those 2 products out. Then I'm picking up the Sephora Collection Purifying Scalp Serum, which has AHA and zinc. I think this is supposed to help with exfoliation and oil control for your scalp. Next, I have the Ole Henriksen Pout Preserve Hydrating Peptide Lip Treatment. I've heard a lot of people talking about this one and how it's like their favorite lip treatment. There are some lip treatments that were really overhyped, and I thought they really weren't worth the hype. For example, the Rhode Peptide Lip Treatment. So I'm just curious to see if this one is different. If you want to shop the Sephora savings event, I will leave all the links below. I love to hear your recommendations as well, so feel free to leave them in the comments. And a huge thank you to Sephora for partnering with me on this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!